Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly forgotten why? Or seen someone you clearly recognize, but for the life of you, you can't remember their name, even though you know it's on the tip of your tongue? Let me tell you something important. This isn't just a part of getting older. And no, it's not irreversible either. I'm Dr. Daniel Torres, a neurologist with over 30 years of experience helping older adults keep their minds clear, active, and sharp. And today, I want to share with you a 30-second routine that has changed the lives of many of my patients. You won't need pills, expensive devices, or intense exercise. All you need is half a minute of your day. Yes, just 30 seconds. But if you use them correctly, they can wake up parts of your brain that have been asleep for years. For a long time, I believed forgetfulness was inevitable, but then I started noticing something different. People in their 70s, 80s, even 90s, not only remembering better, but walking with confidence, speaking clearly, and recalling memories they thought they had lost. And it wasn't thanks to any miracle drug. It was all because of a simple neurological routine. Today, I'll show you 5 easy, effortless exercises that you can do sitting down right at home without anyone's help. These movements reactivate memory, improve focus, and reconnect your body to your brain. And if you stay until the end, I'll show you how to combine all of them into one simple 30-second sequence. Plus, I'll share 3 bonus tips that can speed up your results even more. But first, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, have you been feeling more forgetful lately? Struggling with names, dates, or finding the right words when speaking? Thousands of people are in the same situation, and sharing your story might just be the first step to getting your clarity back. Understanding memory loss. Most people think memory loss happens suddenly. Like one day you just wake up and can't remember a friend's name or where you left your keys. But the truth is, cognitive decline is a silent, gradual process. It often starts with tiny slips, struggling to find the right word, forgetting an old recipe, missing an appointment you've never forgotten before, or just feeling like your mind isn't as quick as it used to be. And most of us blame it on stress, sleep problems, or just getting older. But when those moments of forgetfulness keep happening, that's your brain asking for help. What's really going on is that certain areas of the brain are becoming less active, simply because they aren't being stimulated enough. The first regions affected tend to be the hippocampus, responsible for forming new memories, the cerebellum, which controls balance and coordination, and the areas that help you express and process language. When those regions shut down, things start to slow, thinking, speaking, remembering. Even walking can feel less stable. It's like your brain switches into energy-saving mode. But here's the good news, your brain is far more adaptable than you've been told. It has something called neuroplasticity, which means it can rewire itself, strengthen old connections, and even build new ones. And it doesn't take hours of training or difficult tasks to do that. You just need 30 seconds a day. 30 seconds of the right kind of movement, targeted stimulation that flips the switch and reawakens dormant neural circuits. Once those circuits come alive again, memory, focus, and clarity begin to return. I've seen patients who struggled to hold a conversation gain back their mental agility in just a few weeks. People who gave up reading because they couldn't focus, suddenly enjoying books again. And others who hadn't remembered their grandkids' names in years, now recalling childhood memories with surprising detail. And it didn't happen through magic or medication. It happened because they moved with purpose. And that's exactly what you're about to learn. A routine that's short, simple, and scientifically grounded. Because even if your memory has faded, your brain hasn't forgotten how to wake up. Understanding memory loss. A lot of people think memory loss happens all of a sudden. Like one day you just wake up and realize you can't remember your neighbor's name or what you walked into the room for. But the truth is, Mental decline doesn't strike like lightning. It's slow, quiet, and often goes unnoticed at first. It starts with small things: a word you can't find, a birthday you forget, or that strange feeling that your mind isn't quite as sharp as it used to be. At first, we blame stress, lack of sleep, or being busy. And yes, those things can play a role, but often these signs are actually your brain's way of waving a red flag. What's really happening? Certain areas of your brain are slowly going quiet, not because they're broken, but because they're not being stimulated enough. The areas that tend to fade first are the hippocampus, which handles memory, the cerebellum, responsible for coordination and balance, and the parts of the brain that help us process and express language. When those systems go quiet, we start slowing down mentally, physically, and emotionally. Thinking takes more effort. Finding words becomes harder. Even walking might feel unstable. It's like your brain is dimming the lights to save energy. But here's the good news. Your brain is still alive, still flexible, and very capable of recovery. This amazing ability is called neuroplasticity, the brain's power to repair and rebuild its own connections. And no, you don't need complicated techniques or hours of training to activate it. You only need 30 seconds a day. Just half a minute of targeted movement is enough to wake up those quiet areas and get your brain working again. I've seen patients who could barely hold a conversation regain mental sharpness in a matter of weeks. People who stopped reading because they couldn't concentrate, suddenly enjoying books again. Grandparents who forgot names, now sharing detailed stories from childhood. And they didn't do it with medications. They did it with movement, with purpose. And that's exactly what I'm about to show you. A quick, easy, science-based routine that proves even if your memory is faded, your brain hasn't forgotten how to wake up. Yeah. Is that there is no inherent danger to fucking the moon. Exercise number 1, toes. It may sound strange, but one of the most powerful exercises to awaken your memory starts in a place almost no one associates with the brain: your toes. Yes? Your toes. As odd as it sounds, they're directly connected to the cerebellum, the part of your brain responsible for balance, coordination, and surprisingly cognitive functions like attention, focus, and mental clarity. When you consciously move your toes, you activate neural pathways that may have been asleep for years. It's like flipping a forgotten switch, one that reawakens both your body and your mind. Let me tell you about Ramon, a 75-year-old patient who came to me struggling to walk, forgetting little things, and feeling mentally foggy all the time. His legs weren't the issue. His brain had lost connection with his body. I suggested a very simple exercise: move his toes every day for just 30 seconds. He laughed at first. "Moving my toes will help my memory?" he asked, but he gave it a try, even if skeptically. The exercise is easy. Sit comfortably, lift the toes on both feet, and hold for 5 seconds. Then press them down firmly into the floor for another 5. After that, massage the ground with the tips of your toes for 10 seconds. Finally, open and close your toes for the last 10 seconds. That's it, 30 seconds total. You can do it while watching TV, reading, or even sipping your coffee. 2 weeks later, Ramon came back smiling. "I walk with more confidence now," he said. But the real surprise is how much clearer my head feels, like someone turned the lights back on. And he's not the only one. Studies from universities in Japan and Germany confirm that this type of foot stimulation improves not just balance, but mental agility, processing speed, and sustained attention. No gym required, no special shoes. Just your feet, your focus, and half a minute of your day. Sometimes the most powerful change doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing exactly what's needed with intention. Exercises 2 through 4, neck, tongue, and ears. The second exercise focuses on an area we often ignore: the neck. We usually think of it as just a physical connection between the head and body, but it's actually one of the most important highways for blood flow to the brain. When your neck is stiff due to bad posture, stress, or simply lack of movement, that blood flow slows down. And when your brain gets less oxygen and nutrients, it starts to function at a lower capacity. Here's how to do the neck exercise. Sit upright with your shoulders relaxed. Slowly turn your head to the right, as far as feels comfortable, without forcing it. Return to center, then repeat to the left. Now tilt your head back gently, as if looking up at the sky, and hold. Finally, lower your head, bringing your chin toward your chest. Move slowly and mindfully. This takes less than 30 seconds, but it can have a powerful effect, improving oxygen flow, clearing brain fog, and helping you feel more mentally alert. The third exercise might surprise you. It involves the tongue. Believe it or not, the tongue is packed with nerve endings, directly linked to areas of the brain involved in language, verbal memory, and cognitive agility. Moving it in very specific ways is like doing brain training from the inside. Here's the method. Sit with your spine straight and your mouth slightly open. Stick your tongue out as far as you can and hold for a few seconds. Then move it to the right, as if trying to touch your cheek, then to the left. Next, press your tongue against the roof of your mouth firmly. Then relax. Repeat that a few times. Finally, rotate your tongue in a circular motion inside your mouth, clockwise, then counterclockwise. These movements stimulate areas that control speech, word recall, and clear thought. They're especially helpful if you feel like you know what you want to say, but can't get the words out. I'll never forget Teresa, a 68-year-old woman who came to my office saying, "I know what I want to say, but the words just don't come out." After practicing the tongue exercise for 3 weeks, she came back beaming. Now the words just flow again, like they used to. It's like someone unlocked my mouth, and she's not alone. Many people who struggle to express themselves clearly experience noticeable improvements just from this small, intentional movement. The fourth exercise might seem even stranger, massaging your ears. Massaging your ears. But don't underestimate it. Your ears aren't just for hearing. They also contain a major part of your vestibular system, which is responsible for balance, spatial awareness, and alertness. They're also connected to the brainstem, a deep brain structure that helps regulate movement coordination and your sense of physical stability. Here's how to do it. Sit comfortably and gently grab both ears with your fingers. First, pull them upward and hold. Then pull them slightly outward and then down. After that, use your fingertips to gently massage in slow circles around the outer edge of each ear. In just 30 seconds, you might feel warmth, a light tingling, and often mental clarity. It's as if your body starts syncing back with your brain. A study conducted with older adults showed that those who did this daily saw a clear improvement in balance and a reduction in episodes of disorientation. This isn't mystical. It's called direct sensory neurostimulation, and it works. I once had a patient named Julia who said, "Doctor, after I massage my ears, it's like my head clicks back into place. I feel centered again." That perfectly captures the effect. What's amazing is that each of these 3 exercises targets a different brain region, but together, they form a powerful trio. The neck improves blood flow and oxygenation. The tongue stimulates language and verbal recall. The ears activate balance, alertness, and coordination. Practiced consistently, they don't just wake up your brain, they reconnect the systems that help you move, speak, think, and remember. People who once avoided reading because they couldn't focus are now reading entire books. Others who hesitated to speak in conversations are talking freely again. And it all started with just 30 seconds of mindful movement, right from the comfort of their own chair. And the best part? You don't have to choose between them. In the next section, I'll show you how to combine them all into one single flowing sequence that takes less time than it does to check your phone. Integrated 30-second routine. So far, we've covered 3 powerful exercises that each activate different areas of the brain. But here's the best part. You don't need to do them separately. You can combine them all into one smooth, flowing routine that takes just 30 seconds. It's quick, simple, and incredibly effective. You can do it sitting down, in your pajamas, without leaving your chair. Even better, this routine doesn't just add up the benefits of each movement. It multiplies them. It's like an orchestra. Each instrument sounds fine alone, but when they all play together, the music transforms. Let me tell you about Carmen, an 80-year-old woman who came to see me with a distant gaze, a trembling voice, and unsteady steps. She was disoriented, unsure of herself, and her memory felt like it was slipping through her fingers. Skeptical, she asked me. "Doctor, do you really think something this short can help me?" I told her. "You don't have to believe it, just try it." Here's the routine I taught her. First, move your toes up and down while gently turning your head side to side. Then continue moving your toes while tilting your head up and down. Next, stick out your tongue while pulling your ears upward. Move your tongue side to side while stretching your ears sideways. Finally, roll your tongue in circles while making small circular motions around your ears. All of this calmly, without strain. Exactly 30 seconds, no more. At first, Carmen wasn't convinced, but she was consistent. 2 weeks later, she walked back into my office with confidence, speaking clearly, her eyes full of energy. She told me, "Doctor, I remembered my sister's phone number the other day. I haven't said that number out loud in years." That little moment was a huge breakthrough, a sign her brain was waking up. And you don't have to be 80 to see results. I've seen people in their 50s and 60s regain mental sharpness, improve their focus, and shake off that brain fog they once thought was normal. This 30-second sequence can become one of the most important parts of your day, one that restores your clarity, your energy, and most importantly, reminds you that your mind is still alive. You just need to know how to switch it on.
Secrets to boost your results.
Now that you know the full routine, I want to give you a little extra power. There are 3 simple secrets that can help you get faster results, make them last longer, and feel the benefits more deeply. The first is incredibly basic. Drink a glass of water before you begin. It may seem small, but it makes a huge difference. Your brain is made up of roughly 80% water, and even mild dehydration slows down the communication between neurons. Your focus fades, memory blurs, and everything feels harder. A single glass of water before doing the routine improves circulation, jumpstarts brain metabolism, and prepares your mind for stimulation. Think of it like watering a plant just before the sun comes out. It helps everything wake up and grow. The second secret is conscious breathing. While doing the movements, focus on your breath. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 2, then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6. This kind of breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the one that controls calm, rest, and clarity. It not only delivers more oxygen to the brain, but also helps you relax, reduces anxiety, and improves your mental focus during the routine. The third secret is more emotional, but just as important, add soft music to your routine. Nature sounds, gentle piano, or acoustic guitar work beautifully. Why? Because music activates parts of the brain tied to emotion, memory, and motivation. It turns a quick 30-second exercise into a positive ritual that your body begins to crave. Some people even choose one favorite song to play every time. Eventually, the brain starts linking that sound with clarity and energy. When you apply these 3 secrets, you're not just doing a brain exercise, You're creating a daily sacred space for your mind, a short, meaningful ritual that activates, nourishes, and resets your mental energy. Because real change happens when body, mind, and emotion move together in harmony. Today, you've learned a powerful, simple, and accessible routine that can truly transform your mind. 3 essential exercises, focusing on your feet, neck, tongue, and ears that target key brain areas. And an integrated 30-second practice that can make the difference between a foggy mind and a clear, awake one. Maybe as you followed along, you felt something, a tingling in your feet, a gentle release in your neck, a flash of clarity in your thought. That's not a coincidence. That's your body responding. That's your brain saying, I'm still here. I can still do this. It doesn't matter if you're 50, 60, 70, or older. Neuroscience confirms it. Your brain is still alive, adaptable, and ready to grow. The only thing it needs is your decision to wake it up. You don't have to wait. Just 30 seconds. Every day. If you found this helpful, I ask just 2 things. First, leave a comment and tell me how you felt doing the routine. Did you notice any changes? Which part was your favorite? Second, share this video with someone who needs it, a friend, a parent, a grandparent. Everyone deserves to age with clarity, dignity, and joy. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the comments, waiting to hear your story.